Revelation received on the 27th of November 1989. The way you think determines how effective you are. In the physical world, men are taught to think in a particular fashion to understand physical laws. Physical events are governed by certain laws of nature which are predictable. These can be seen and discovered by physical measures. However, the physical is contained in a greater dimension, and therefore it is possible for variations to occur. You are a living being, and and are not dictated by physical laws alone. The motor car is a machine and follows certain rules, but has to be directed by the driver. The driver needs to know the rules of driving and guides the motor car, which obeys the driver. We live in a physical world, but all that is in it is not physical. There are other forces which affect the physical. Some of these forces are beyond men's control, like the wind, storms, and hurricanes. All one can do is protect against these forces. Also, in a higher plane are the spiritual forces that cannot be detected through physical senses. You may feel something, but you try and analyze it through your physical senses, and therefore realize or reduce it to a physical phenomenon. God and the spiritual forces dwell in this realm. To be able to understand and tap into this realm, one needs to be spiritually sensitive. But if you are not aware of spiritual darkness, then you open yourself up to both forces. That's why Jesus came to cancel the power of sin, which is fueled by the evil one. Sin opens you up to the forces of darkness. Man is powerful in himself to overcome sin, and therefore needs the forces of law to keep sin under control. This works to a large extent to control, but not to free man from his slavish appetites of pride, anger, jealousy, bitterness, resentment, etc. God is above the physical laws. When you tap his resources, then you'll be able to overcome in the spirit and solve physical problems. This is why a spiritual man discerns in the spirit where the problem is. He then is able to apply the right remedy. Jesus upset everyone and everything because he was able to command the physical forces to reverse and come under his control. He was in authority on earth and did what he saw his Father doing. In the spirit, he would visualize the healing of the blind man, and he stepped forth and did it. So also you need to see what the Father is saying and doing, and then go forth and do it by faith. To see the Father, you need to renounce all that is of the flesh and be in tune with him. In this way, you will walk according to the Spirit. You will fulfill all the laws, both spiritual and physical, as you walk according to the Spirit. You'll be able to discern between the truth and that which is good but is not the truth. You will be able to control the forces of evil and overcome them. You will have the same authority on earth as Jesus had when he walked on earth. This is what God is calling his children to be: holy and walking in purity of thought. This means bringing every thought captive to Christ. This means being able to die to self. This means only thinking of the other person and committing your own needs to the Father. This means dying to self. No more defense, but death. Death to self gives the enemy no foothold. Sin has a foothold only when it is given a place through ignorance or willful disobedience. The blood of Jesus cleanses us from all sin. Boasting of our weaknesses is a process of death so that the power of God can be seen in us.